Fam, how's everybody doing? Hope everybody had a great Tuesday. A lot of fun in DR land today. If you played the game the right way, um, so let's talk about it. All right, let's go with our range. Right, so 43.65 up to 43.95. So a nice broad 30-point range. Definitely had a bias today to the upside. So very similar to yesterday. We had this little down move, and then right around 10 o'clock we took off like this way, right? So that put my bias about 70% to the upside. So just kind of waiting on that. Did not have to wait long. If you notice, of course, we confirmed high right about it's about 10:40. So we confirmed high, and then we immediately retraced, right, back down below DR high. Now here's what I did, right? So I saw this red candle, right? So below DR, I put my order on DR high, right? Like I'm supposed to. Now here's where I got a little bit, a little bit worried because right above that, this little dash line is the midnight open, and we know by now midnight can be a strong support or a strong resistance, right? So in this case, I'm worried about being a resistance, as in price is going to go up to that line and then reject off of it. Okay, but we're following the rules. Okay, and so we looked at the next candle, went all the way down. Let me get rid of this. So that so we're in here, right? So we get picked up, okay, on this candle. Then price comes all the way back down, all the way down to IDR low. Doesn't go below it. All right. Now I almost got stopped out there. Okay, I'm not going even front about that, right? So that was 5 points of almost getting stopped out. And so what we end up doing, we didn't get stopped out. We almost did, which is that's fine. Like I said, we it's one of those things where you kind of let it play itself out and see what happens. So we almost get stopped out. We didn't. Had about a half a point left when it turned around, and so when it turned around, at this point you're a little bit nervous, and so it turned around and it starts to move back up. Great. Gets up to that point five, gets up to midnight open again, rejects again. I'm like, I should have just went ahead and got out of that trade, but it was too late at that point, and so I just let it play out. And then, luckily or not luckily, or it should happen, price goes back up here. So I got 5 points off of that trade, and I was like, okay, feel better. All right. Now, remember I said I've been starting to play with these extended fibs up here. So this point 0.5. All right. So I got out. So I got in a trade at what's that, 95 for 43.95. Got out at 4,400, and so we ended up going above this point 0.5, and then we came back down. And I said, you know what? What I've been noticing is, that point 0.5 again becomes a support resistance. So what I did once it went below, I said, let me just try something. Okay. I went ahead and put an order on at that point 0.5 for it to continue to move up. All right. And so now my stop on it in that case was like 2.5 points. Right. So I wasn't giving myself a lot of room for error. So I figured I had 5 points over here. If I lose 2.5, I'm still up for the day. It's a good experiment in this DR process. Now, and what I will say, if you use they have that DR lens, and the master or M7 has his academy. I know the lens. It talks about how to use those fib levels, 0.5, 1.0. So today I kind of winged it, right? So my expectation was, if it comes back up here, it should continue to move up. All right, because again, my bias is still this way. I've confirmed highs. I'm expecting a higher movement. Now, what could have happened? It could have came back down here and then moved back up. Right, and that would have been perfectly fine as well. I would have picked up a trade here or here based on how far down it went. Okay, so that didn't happen. So we're in the trade here, and that was about 44.02, I believe, whatever that was. Anyway, this was a 10-point trade. Okay, so what I did though. Actually, I'm sorry, no, it wasn't a 10-point trade. It was a 12-point trade, because what I ended up doing was I put my take profit on that 1.0 line. All right, so I went from 0.5 to 1.0. So I ended up being 12 points. I wasn't even really counting the points. I just put it on. I put my stop loss at that line. I said, okay, I mean, my take profit at that line, and said, let me see if it gets there. And very cool, it got there. So I said, okay, well, I'm doing pretty good for today's, right? Everything's going well. I said, well, let me try it again. All right. So price goes up here, and then it comes back down right below the 1.0 line. Orders on the 1.0 line. So I'm using these as like ladder extensions, right? If that makes sense, right? So just like I would have ladders down here on all the different, the various DR lines, that's now my ladder extension go up this way. All right. And so really cool. That one, I think I took 5 points off of that one. Well, no, I'm sorry. No, I didn't. I put my order. So I did the same thing I did over here, right? So it went 0.5 to 1. And then I went from 1 and I saw 1.5. And so I put my take profit there, and boom, I'm done with that one, right? So that's what I say. It was a fun day, and I waited. And so what I don't know if it makes logical sense, but it made sense to me at the time, which was wait for price to come back below, just like I do on my ladder. Again, these are like new rungs on a ladder almost, and then wait for price to move up, and put the order on the line so it'll pick you up on the way up. Okay. So really, really cool. Uh, Now, here's the deal, guys. I mean, seriously, I could have just got in here and just held it all the way up, right? But again, that's what is that? That would have been let's say 43.95, 05.15. That's almost 30 points on that move. Okay, that would have been a 30-point move from here up to here. But again, I'm not, I'm a 5-10 point trader, so I'm okay taking 5 and 10s, or in this case a little bit more. Got 12 and I think 12 on that one, and that's cool. May not work all the time, so I'm okay, taking my 5s and my 10 points. But just a really nice move up this morning. And then around lunchtime, we decided to go the other way. All right. And so all this happened. And now again, my bias is this way. So I did not touch any of that. I'm sure some people made a lot of money on it to come back down. I wasn't worried about that. And so I think, no, I did one more trade today. I did this trade right here. So price came all the way back down below the IDR high. So I put an order on IDR high. We messed around for a little while. And that was, I think I got in at 90, I don't know, I think it was 91 or something. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But it was a 5-point trade. Whatever it was 5 points. And once it hit, this one was actually a set and forget trade for me because I ended up having a meeting I had to go to. So I set it for 5 points, put a stop loss at 3 points. All right, getting brave. All right, did a 3-point stop loss. And then, because again, this was so much, this was gravy here today. So I had no intention of losing all that because that was, it wasn't hard work, but it was still, I had to work through it. So I put 3 on here and let it go and got 5. So I was pretty much done for the day. Another trade was right here, a really nice trade right there. You could have waited for price to come back down here again. Grabbed the order on IDR high. And I'm sure that's that's for at least 5 points on that one. And then, last minute, if you really were brave, you could have done something over here with this one at the last minute of the trading day. So, a ton of opportunities today. Didn't do much ICT stuff today because I didn't really have to. And I didn't see anything that would have showed me that. Now again, like if I was taking on the downside, if I was doing just some straight ICT stuff, and let me take all this off. Now, this kind of reminds me of that. This over here reminds you of that 2022 mentorship, if I remember a lot of it correctly, right? So, you have, you break something, you break the market structure or something like that, then it goes back up, goes up at this fair value gap, could have taken a trade there and went down, right? So something like that, if I remember all the stuff, I haven't looked at that thing in a minute, so... But I'm pretty sure that it's somewhere. It works in there somewhere, all right? But breaking structure, reversal, and then back down into reversal to a fair value gap, and then take the trade down. So that would have been the only thing I would have seen. But again, I would not have taken that because again, my bias is heading that way. All right. But that's it, man. That was kind of a good day. I mean, honestly, a really good day. And one of those days that you're not expecting it to be great, right? Wasn't expecting that much movement, but I'm still testing this, guys. I'm not saying go and do this, but using these fib extensions, really are starting to kind of click with me. And so, you'll probably see more of that on the channel as we go along. But I'm taking my time with it, and I'm not trying to just go off, say, oh, this is going to happen. This happened, this is going to happen, right? So, I mean, I trust my rungs down here because I've tested those and I know what those do. I'm just really starting to get into, these other extension rungs up here. Okay, so anyway, hope that was helpful. Hope you guys had a great day. And again, hope you guys got a piece of some of these moves. If not, hope you at least looked at it and figured out, what you would have done if you were in the move. But either way, stick to your plan, stick to your risk tolerance, and let the trades come to you. All right. Anyway, love all your loved ones. You never know, you won't be able to do it again. So please take advantage of each and every opportunity. And we'll see what tomorrow brings. Oh, why that? One thing I've been in the office a lot lately, and I haven't really been doing a lot of trades. So I actually was home today. So today was actually one of the good days where I could actually stay home and kind of really, I had my laptop open with doing work stuff. I also had my tablet open doing trading stuff. So today I was able to do a lot of things at the same time. So that's why I was able to take so many trades today. But if I take one trade a day and I'm profitable, or I'm okay with that, right? Because I still got a 9 to 5, and most of us do as well. So don't spend a lot of time. You can't spend all day looking at the charts. Use your alerts like we talk about, and then take the trades when they come to you. Otherwise you stand at charts all day, you may not get a move at all, and now you've wasted a whole day. So don't want to do that. And the work is still there, right? So back in the office tomorrow, so not expecting to have this much flexibility, but I do plan on getting at least 1 or 2 trades in it if that's what the charts give me. All right. Anyway, you guys have a great night, and we'll do it again tomorrow. Take care.